Oh, okay. So now it's working. I was using the wrong ingest server. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry about that. Who are you? By the time you hear this. Thancred. Okay, so we have to go speak to Thancred. We're gonna go back to the. We're probably gonna go. Okay, I see. I see what we're doing. I see what we're doing. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. The episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. Huh. And all this happened without warning? Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue? When his water walking charm failed, he was tired. And as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. She had it too. As Alfino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. I was right. I was right. I knew it. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Vincenzo, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. Okay. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I have learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there has been sightings of suspicious, black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune, beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. God knows I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger too can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Becklug and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alfino and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Vincenzo. All right, back to the source. Let's fucking do it. Let's go. Let's get to the source. To the source we go. To the source we go. Hold on one second. To the source we go. I'm trying to pull up my live. Where's my live? One second. 1 second. I'm trying to find this. All right, well, all right, we're good. We have audio, so that's good. To the rising stones we go. Cryle! Cryle, we need you! Cryle! 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 Vincenzo, what excellent, awful timing. Uh-oh. You see our friends, they've taken a turn for the worst. Cryle's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist, and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure there's no problems at this end? You better talk to Cryle. She's with the others in Dawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright? Alright, what's going on, Cryle? What do you have for us?
Excuse us. This way.
Why is it so dark? Yo, Ishtola looks hot.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax, barely alive at all.
Damn, we gotta get him home.
And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken.
It is really strange.
But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether.
One second.
And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Okay. What news from the first? I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul is weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Allagan wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field, and I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it might be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Food for the soul. Judging by her sheepish expression, Tataru has a favor to ask. Vincenzo, could you spare a moment while Kral goes and finds this expert of hers, I mean? There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see, and since we might be waiting a while, I wonder if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so I'm gonna make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. She made them food? Well, I had better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how well our patients fare in my absence. Yo, cool. You like my shoulder thing? You like my shoulder fray? Tassel things? You like that? Do you like that? I bet you do, you sassy bee. I'll bet you do. Oh, we have to go up. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry. Get out of my way. There we go. There you are, Vincenzo. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Krile, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven. Even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. They are baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. It's a fucking loaf of bread. You baked a loaf of bread? It's bread. But it's not just any old bread. This here is old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. And that's what they eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kral tells me it's a good source of ether, so it should lend them a bit of strength at least. There's nothing quite like the smell of fresh bread from the oven. Kral, and if it isn't Rambros too. I trust you require no introductions either, Vincenzo. Greetings, my friend. Full glad I am to see you well. I confess, I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the appreciation of certain application of certain Allagan technologies. I have been keeping Rambros apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons. Loath as I am to disappoint you after glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty. Its mechanism closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem, which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Tell those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part, but when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope, in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. I feel like that's not so innocent. There's something about that message that's... He's hiding something for sure. It's very cryptic. Extremely cryptic. And I don't think I like it. No, I don't. I don't like it. Oops. Hold on. I just lost my chat. There we go. I want this right here. There we go. I don't think that's the right chat. Hold on. God damn it. There it is. There it is. All right, let me get rid of that. Okay, so drag this over again. Sorry about that. All right, forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from ever exerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Vincenzo. If you would be so good as to see Rambros' message and Tatar's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Kyle, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try just to make sure everything is as it should be? But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Rambros, as a fellow Charlian, might I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Roland Berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. Munch, munch. I see. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which makes bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it's all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Vincenzo, will you deliver the bread? When you deliver the bread, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Fucking bread. We're talking about bread. That was literally a massive paragraph of cutscene about bread. This, I tell you, dude, this patch is massive. I've read that 1,000 times. I don't care what he has to say. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Bread. I brought it. I brought you some bread. Why the 12? Archon loaf? However did you come by this? I swear it had come straight from Charlian. Rambros said that, did he? Yeah. His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it. But I shall forge on, regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when you faced a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me and what we do. But we are talking about your journey. Before the others arrived, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastification required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation. Hey, friend, by the way, you guys are dead in the source. Just about. So hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up.
Forgive the delay. We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The Black Masked minions who answer to the Red.
Oh, so a bunch of wieners.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict.
What a bunch of wieners.
Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their cause.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
Kill them all.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source?
I don't have good news.
Bodies.
Do you want to know? They're fine. But let's fucking hurry.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
As long as we can stay a while longer, it isn't really doing any heavy lifting, then we should be fine. If you're expecting to stay for like a week, and yeah, that's about a week too long.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
His blood.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
Yep, he had to use his blood.
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition.
Yep.
Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
And what was that solution?
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
That's why he's crystal again.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain.
Do you not?
We haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
Yeah, you're turning into a crystal.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
Well,
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
well, it's
And
always good to
If
have.
it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls,
That is true.
self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
That's a good thought.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
Graha, you are not allowed to die. Hast thou a moment, Vincenzo? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not in certainties, yet if Beck-Luke has the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self, which is not to say the process is without complications. For once the Exarch has been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As though thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem, for nigh on a century, our friend haveth striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee. And to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Okay. Faded memories. Thancred is eager to get to work. Right then, while the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so, and there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at Anidir. Might I trouble you to visit her, Vincenzo? See that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. My thanks. You may leave the Assassins to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Yulmore, and when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I would like the two of you to join us there. If you are bound for Anidir, I would suggest you go via Venmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Alright. Let's be on our way then. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Okay, Dad. Wait. I have a gift from you. From Tataru. From Tatar, you say? Whatever could it be? Archon loaf, thou sayest. Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to time long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peer's hand. Alfino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes. Do you know that? What I believe my callings are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tatara we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Oh, fuck. Right, let's be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. I think the bread's gonna hold him over. Snob. Alfino took a little bit to get over there. He's feeling a little bit upset, setty spaghetti, that his sister called him out. A little upsetty spaghetti. To the boats. Oh, Finnan, the warrior of darkness himself. What brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word, and I'll ready a boat. I mean, I came to you for a boat. That's the word. I shouldn't have to be like, hey, by the way, I didn't come to say hey. I came for a goddamn boat. Bring me the boat.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone.
Suck my dick.
None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers.
Yeah, I understand how that works. Elidibus.
I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
Reviewing the records yet again? Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role, how wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day.
It fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me?
Nah.
No, I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty. Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope.
Who is this?
Hope.
Who was that?
It swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so? I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
So I just get to kill him now? This would be easy.
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Alright. It should be pretty easy. We'll just... 490. We'll go kill the fucker, right? This should be easy. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarat? Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. I tire of your games. You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy and you mine. Our goals are in conflict and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people? Who you would tear down everything we have built? You do not deny it, then. Very well. Let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. Mother? But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. Get your ass back here. Follow, hero. We shall see how strong you have become. Let us begin. Rest assured there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of his tale. And I believe I have the perfect subjects. Let not their appearances stay your hand. Beneath the facade, they are merely monsters. I don't get it. I have to kill my friends? All too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus, we will make our way to the capital. That was in poor taste, even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroyed all who barred your way, sparing nary a thought to the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much of your story awaits. I can't stand this thing. Moonbreeda. Moonbreeda. Venphilia. Biggs and Wedge. Every tale requires villains. Defeat them and claim your prize as a hero. Olivia? Oh, okay, we can do this. Let's kill them all. Easy peasy. Whack them all. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward then. Over the bloodied bodies of the fallen. Connie Senna? Who's this? You tasted many sweet triumphs, yes, but so too... Oh, I missed that. Who could forget the Crystal Braves? The idealist, pathetic dream born from a malformed creature. Faces you know and loathe all. Let your hatred burn and strike them down with all your might. Alright. Sure. I do you, Hase. Save the best for you. With such ease yet again, you always did grow stronger with every battle. It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression on you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes, and it always ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. It seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight. For a certainty, I am Elidibus, and come what may, I will fulfill my mission. To that end, I take your measure, and eventually I will eliminate you. Your hopes and dreams are inconsequential. But enough talk. It is not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Archifant. Falsely accused of regicide, you fled up the snow-swept fields of Corythus. Had you and the Scions met your demise that day in the Sultanate, La Habrea may have been spared his. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself into the thick of the Dragon Song War. Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict, just as you were bid. Thornton. Yeah, all of these people sucked, dude. Like, what's the point you're trying to make? I don't understand. Every last one of these people were a fucking cotton-headed ninny-muggers. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel the least bit bad. Possible. I trust you are beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. The brothers? Around heroes, people are wont to flock. People who harbor all manners of motives, each baser than the last. Based. Alden, Amric, come, let the curtains rise on the grand melee. No more than they deserve. In the end, their hand of friendship was tainted with personal desire. Praise Felger. You know what comes next. You put an end to the Dragonsong War. You're goddamn right I did. Is this a highlight reel? Man, I've been a badass for long. There's no saving your comrade this time. All you can do is cut off the serpent's head. I'm just running in circles. Get fucked, Nidhogg. And as simple as that, a 1,000-year war is brought to its conclusion. Yeah, I did a great job. You're welcome. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. Whatever. I mean, you're a fucking Ascian. Look in the mirror, bitch. Look in the mirror. Elidibus. How are you enjoying this walk down memory lane? This is great. Like I said, this is like a highlight reel. We should have done this. We should do this at the beginning of every expansion. Like, hey, remember this? Maybe I should spare you so we can play this game more often. This is pretty fun. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us, an irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them, for they are my... I think not, hero, not yet. You must contend to yourself with the company of monsters a while longer. Emperor Solus had kindled an insatiable flame. Garlemald was his name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. Following a trail of ash, you set forth for Alamigo and Doma in a storm of blood. And again you fought, and again you grew stronger, so strong that we could no longer control you, yours and his unnatural, beastly strength. And we shall lay it bare. In order to gain a fronthold in the liberation effort, you journeyed to the far eastern plains. Oh yeah. There you encountered the land's greatest warriors and sought to win them over to your cause. I forgot about this.
It's not enough!
It's the little sun.
Be extinguished.
The strong are drawn to the strong. Thus did you gather new allies to your banner. See you. Yet where ardent souls gather, so too do fires burn. This way did you consign those around you to the flames. Burn them all, hero. Reduce them to nothingness, like the ephemeral mortal dew they are. Uh-oh. Whack. You did not hesitate, or perhaps could not. No matter. Let us turn our attention to the finale. Here, we shall have a test between fellow beasts. It's only fitting, would you not agree? When I fought you in this flesh, was I who triumphed. Will you be able to turn the tables this time? Sure, why not? Let's fucking do it. Get waxed. My creation appears to have lost its form. It is no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned from taking your measure this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength, but surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emmett Selk's conquer of capable. Such might requires a fair measure to compare like with like, yes. I shall have to test you myself. Come on, Vincenzo. Show me what you can do. Hell yeah, buddy. Let's fight him. I may not be the real Arbor, but you will do well to not underestimate me. All that made him the warrior he was, every battle waged, every blow strung, every part of my being. So come, fight me if you mean to take my head. Alright. Are you trying, dude? Kind of embarrassing. I've already got you down here. Good, good. I sense your murderous intent. Aye, you'd kill me given the chance, mayhap you think, to recover this body. If so, prove it that it is no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Is this a DPS check? So you just run in a circle, right? You're getting whacked, you're getting whacked, you're getting whacked, you're getting whacked. I thought that might be one of those things where it does it and then you can just move. But apparently it does them all at the same time. I will do well to remember that next time. I'm trying to interrupt some of his stuff, but apparently I can't. Ow. I see you're a different beast from when you faced my creations. Very well, I will transcend my very limits and we'll see what you're truly capable of. The lands of old. Hold nothing back, for neither will I. Get whacked. Uh-oh, 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 no! He's almost dead already. That's crazy. Lands of old again, huh? I have my answer. Get fucked. A little bit.
You have grown stronger since last we fought.
A little bit. My gear's better too. Just look at the number, it's a little bit higher.
The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
He stole her.
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see.
Yeah, I was just, mopping the floor with this fucking scrub.
Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal.
Whoa.
The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart.
So it's not a different Elidibus.
How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them.
Why is he so calm? He's never mad.
Served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
One thing I never understand is, like, why do the Ascians always insist upon telling us what their fucking plans are? Like, I feel like it would be a lot more difficult to stop what they're trying to do if they wouldn't just, like, when we're face to face with them, they were like, oh, and this is my plan, and this is how I'm gonna do it, so don't try and stop me now.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
Oh, shit. Burn. We appear to have struck a nerve. Elidibus has a nerve. Elidibus has a nerve, and Y'shtola has struck it. He's pissed. He's mad. He is mad.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant.
Oh, it's like arguing with someone who's a MAGA head. You fucking slay them, and they're just like, I'm not even going to argue. I'm just going to throw shit all over the walls and be like, start throwing false flags and red herrings and whatever else.
No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed.
Elidibus isn't your name. It's your title. Let's be real. We just call you that. What's your real name?
But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might.
Oh, so we're gonna do it again? You want me to beat your ass again?
As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
We get to spank him again. It has been an eventful morning. If indeed it is morning, I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I am gratified to see that my efforts at the Niter have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I brought you some bread. I see, then let us make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus' parting threat, not least of all. Ava, forgive me, it would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from a Niter. With luck, the ethereal stream you traverse still lingers. I won't be long. What is that? It's like a job stone or something. Peculiar crystal. Etched in the stars, a peculiar crystal lies on the capital's polished floor. A peculiar crystal lies on the floor. Upon its surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Day 4th, bring your honor to the seat of... The distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind, a moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. Huh. Peculiar. You notice something else glinting up ahead. Constellation crystals. These are weird. You find 3 more crystals lying on the floor, though they differ in color and decoration. Each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals and find that the worlds they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends. Embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people, no greater pride. May all know happiness, now and forevermore. Is there a crystal per convocation member? There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue the search outside. More crystals. Okay. Your instincts serve you true and you discover another 2 crystals. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. The voices tell an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found? Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. You soon discover 2 more crystals, rather too soon in fact, as if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren. Soon there will only be silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, this we swear, so please dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it is plain you have yet to find it. Okay. Yeah, literally somebody is piece of candying me. Sure enough, your persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come. We shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life, our Savior born. May I be worthy of the honor? I feel my soul turning, slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. But this is right. It is right. The tale the crystals weave seemed to near its end, but it isn't over yet. With almost melancholy inevitability, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. Though salvation is ours, it came at a great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray that we will one day meet again beneath a blue sky. Okay. Judging by its testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. I don't know what colors are which, but this is clearly like a convocation. As you scan the area, another glint catches your eye. Wait, oh, I mean there's different worlds. It's like the way the world was sundered. Oh, yeah. Gone is the brilliant radiance of life, replaced by the sickly glow of malformed creatures. Is this to be how it ends? For we who love the star with all our being? No, I will not suffer it to be so. Well, we meet again, my new old friend. Hythlodaeus? No way! How good of you to remember. Huh. I see you've been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon the lives below. Fitting symbols for the convocation of 14. Would you not agree? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation as remembered by the Unsundered. Each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation as remembered by the Unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so, but they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, so they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I'm sure Emmett Selk wouldn't mind. So, how fare you of late? You are feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe. How does he know that? Huh. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to a personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to Emmett Selk, the promise to remember? Alright, this Emmett Selk guy is freaking me out. Hythlo is freaking me out. It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus's existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, that is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiark's summoning and defected. One whose office was left vacant. Defectors having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for the individual in question. Or shouldn't exist at any rate, and wouldn't had a friend not created one in secret. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of his office, along with a magic of his own conceiving, a singular incantation embodying his spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was the most unusual, for while the rest sat in Emerald, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of his duty, he traveled the length and breadth of every land and befriended countless folk. He encountered troubles too, of course, matters which he could simply have referred to the Convocation, but that was not his way. Nay, more often than not, he would call upon his comrades and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. In a time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. So this 14th member was like an adventure. What it sounds like. And now, it is where it belongs. Oh, there is no need for thanks. But nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act of my own volition or by the will of my recreator.
I was wondering where you disappeared to.
Hey, Stola.
Is something troubling you?
Yes. So, now the crystal is where it belongs with me, and I am Hythlodaeus's wait a second. New old friend. And did Hythlodaeus create the crystal? For me? Am I the 14th? Am I a sundered 14th Convocation member? Okay. Alright.
No? Very well. I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Ah, fresh air at last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea if we had the luxury of time, but we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course, and nor would I were I him, not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I have not forgotten how Emmett Silk sought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course, but one must always try. Emmett Silk understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may be all for naught, you of all people know that there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion. Okay, so we are going to leave it at this, and call it for the night. We are getting close to the end of the patch. I kind of underestimated the length of this patch. This is a massive patch. There's a lot of cutscenes. There's a lot of duties and things, and I may be getting to the end. I'm not sure, but like every quest seems to be just, I mean, a lot of, it's just a fire hose of information, and trying to like absorb it all is impossible. So, with that said, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and I also want to wish you all a good night, sleep tight, and we will see you next time. Bye.